Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson again, and we are going to continue our studies. And this time we're continuing with the topic of fractions, understanding fractions, part 2. Here are our notes. To add or subtract fractions with common denominators, we have to keep the denominators the same, add or subtract the numerators, which are the top numbers, and simplify to lowest terms. To add or subtract fractions with different denominators, we have to find the least common denominator, which is called the LCD, change each fraction into a new fraction with the LCD, keep the denominator, which is the bottom number, the same, add or subtract the numerators, which are the top numbers, and simplify the fraction to its lowest terms. Well, I have a shortcut to adding and subtracting fractions I want to share with you. First step is multiply the denominators, and this will give you a new denominator. Step 2, cross multiply the terms. Step 3, add or subtract the new products, which will give you a new numerator. And step 4, reduce to the lowest terms. So I'd like to demonstrate that to you, and this way it'll save you a lot of time on all the steps I just read to you. So here's our first question. Find the value as a mixed number of 4/5 plus 2/3. Okay? Well, my first step is to multiply the denominators. So I have a denominator of 5 and 3. So I'm going to multiply that out, and that'll give me 15. Then I'm going to cross multiply 4 and 3. That'll give me 12. And then I'm going to cross multiply 5 and 2. That'll give me 10. So I have 12 and I have 10. And I'm going to do what's inside of the problem. I'm going to add them. So I'm going to add them. So 12 plus 10 equals 22, and I'm going to keep my denominator the same over 15. Now, I have to make this a mixed number, so I divide 15 by 22, 22 by 15, and that'll give me 1, because 15 goes into 22 one time, remainder 7. And we keep our denominator or divisor, which is 15. So our answer will be 1 and 7/15. So notice what I did again. I multiplied first my denominators, that gave me 15. Then I cross multiplied. That gave me 4 times 3, a new product of 12, 5 times 2, a new product of 10. So I had 12 and 10 as my new products up here, and now I'm going to add. Why did I add is because it says I have a plus sign right here, so that's why I added those two products. And that added up to 22, and I divided 22 by 15, and that gave me 1, remainder 7, or 1 and 7/15. Nice job. So hopefully you'll like this shortcut. It works also with subtraction. So let's try subtraction. I have 7/10 and minusing 1/5. Well, first step, multiply those denominators, and that'll give me 50. 10 times 5 is 50. Now I'm going to cross multiply. 5 times 7 is equal to 35. And I'll put my 35 up here. And then I'm going to cross multiply down here. 10 times 1 gives me 10. And remember, I'm going to subtract. So 35 minus 10 gives me 25. And I keep my denominator, which is 50. Now it says get it down to the lowest terms, so I have to reduce this. So if I divide both of these by 25 divided by 25, 25 divided by 25, and 50 divided by 25 will give me 1/2. So my answer is going to be, to the lowest terms, 1/2. So let's go over what we did again. How we got the 50. 5 times 10, that gave us the new denominator of 50. And there's our 50. Then we did our cross multiply. 7 times 5 gave us the 35. And cross multiply the other way. 10 times 1 is 10. And then we subtract, because it says subtract here in the middle. 35 minus 10 is 25. And we keep our denominator of 50. And we can divide it and reduce it. Divide 25 by both top and bottom, or you can divide it by 5. If I divide it by 5, I would get 5/10, and divide it by 5 again, I would get 1/2, or just divide by 25 like I did up here. 25 divided by 25 is 1, 50 divided by 25 is 2. So I get 1/2. So I hope you like that little method. It's a very good shortcut. So check your understanding, see if you understand it so far. If you don't, rewatch the video, write down your questions, bring them in tomorrow. I'll be glad to answer them in class. Here's a question for you to try. What is the sum of 1/3 plus 2/5? See if you can get that right. Remember those steps. Rewatch the video if you need to. Here's a subtraction one for you also. Find the difference. Difference is the answer to subtraction. 4/5 minus 1/2. So give it a shot. Bring in those answers tomorrow. So I hope you got something out of this video. Write me and let me know on YouTube if you like the video, and hopefully you'll like it and give us a thumbs up. This is Dr. Robinson signing off. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.